everybody, it's Nuawans, and welcome to another video talking about the VCAT market. If you haven't seen what the VCAT market is, I have just recently made a playlist showcasing all of the VCAT stuff that I have done, so you can just go back and look at what the history of VCAT is. Today we are here at Music VCAT 4, where artists of all different kinds of walks of life can showcase their auditory talents to our lovely ear holes. Could I have said that better? 100%. Will I change it? No! I just want to give a quick thanks to Hiki and everybody involved in the VCAT market for making such an amazing event. At the time of seeing this, the event should still be going on. There should be some other things that you can get involved with, so if you'd like to, go ahead and check that out. I just also want to quickly come in here and say thank you to Hiki, as well as everyone involved with the VCAT market, making such amazing content for all of us to enjoy with little to no price. The reason VCAT Music is such a good choice for creators and regular people is not only do you get to listen to some amazing artists that you can find and support, but also as a content creator, it is very hard to find music that is unique, interesting, and you won't get spammed with flags every single time you try to use it. One of my favorite background songs always gets flagged for being misused, even though I do have the rights to use it because it was a free to use with permissions, and it is extremely frustrating. With VCAT Music, you have a much higher chance of finding original, well-made content that you could use in the background of your movies, in the background of your videos, whatever you use VR chat for a medium, or even non-VR chat for a medium. I'm going to be doing this world with Papa Cakes and Lithier Dragon, so I'm just going to let this go over to my future self and let her talk to you for the rest of the video. Make sure to check out VCAT Music 4 for yourself and see if you find anything you like. Plus, if you're in my Discord, send yourself a picture in there, because I'd love to see it. Alright, see you later. Hey there y'all, it's Future Nuawans, and today I really just wanted to take a moment to talk about the VCAT in general. I know I've made a few videos on this, and like I said, you can see the entire playlist here, but one thing that I don't think people realize is how much positivity Hika and the marketplace has to the entirety of VR chat. Heck, it helps with people outside of VR chat in some cases. A quick overview if you're new here. The virtual marketplace is a spot where indie and small creators can pay a very affordable fee to have their content promoted during an event known as the VCAT. Currently, the marketplace has 4 different categories, to my knowledge: music, comic, game, and the standard VCAT. They're all pretty self-explanatory. Music is a place where auditory artists can promote their music and other sound-based works, for example, audio storytelling. Comic is for artists, specifically 2D artists, to showcase their stories and canvas to the world. I've only been to one comic VCAT, and it was enjoyable, but I'm not much of a manga, webtoon, comic-y kind of person, so nothing really kept me in. Game is, of course, a way for indie game devs to promote their games, and this was a very enjoyable experience. There were a few games that I absolutely adored, like the VTuber fighting game where you can upload your own Vroid model to fight other models. It's a hilarious concept, and I need to find it again. Finally, the standard virtual market. This is the original purpose, and I've covered extensively since I think VCAT 5, but I've been aware and experienced the event since VCAT 3. This marketplace specializes in letting people promote their 3D work, mostly seen as models, gimmicks, particles, accessories, and occasionally a world or two. While you shop, each world has a theme that goes with it and a small story to keep you captivated. The lore is obviously optional, and can be fun, but a bit confusing to solve at times. Many of the old worlds are still up for your viewing pleasure, so if you haven't, you should go check them out. Another cool thing I've heard is that some of the older worlds have been revitalized to be quest-friendly with quest-friendly content. This is such a big deal to me, as the market could have gone forward with new content being quest-friendly and leaving the old behind. I know, personally, I would have done that. The amount of work, filtering, optimizing, and just overall trying to refill the worlds would just take so much time. I don't know, I just thought it was a cool thing that I heard and wanted to share that with y'all. I know quite a few of my supporters are people who use Quest, so having a way to experience not only the new, but hints of the old would probably be appreciated. If you're interested in looking at the older content, just look up VCAT and you'll find a whole bunch of stuff to work with. This video actually kinda threw my whole pre-planned content out the window, cause I wanted to get this out to y'all as soon as possible for the sole reason of having more events for you guys to look at. See, VCAT is not only a place to buy and sell, but it's also entertainment that is open to all. It's also another event that I keep forgetting to go to, but we'll ignore that. My surgery date is still not confirmed, they've ghosted me too long, so I'm just gonna push it back a little bit. So at this moment, I'm trying to make it to at least one of these events coming up this week through VCAT Music. If not in person, at least on stream. If you've been playing VR chat and looking for things to do, this is the perfect opportunity to try something that's new, professionally done, and either worked on or supported by many different people and creators throughout the community. So I mean, if you have nothing else planned, why not, you know? Maybe you'll make a new friend, or at the very least have a new experience under your belt. With that, I do want to talk about one more thing, which is what I brought up at the start of this video. The virtual marketplace is easily one of the most positive influences within our game, at least from an outsider's perspective. As stated previously, the 4 different event types focus on their own little niches and give people a place to showcase their stuff to a lot more people than what they'd get regularly. As a content creator, I know how frustrating it can be to have worked hard on something and it doesn't get the traction you thought you'd get. Or perhaps the fear that if you try to promote yourself somewhere, they may turn you down due to quality, style, or lack of popularity. For many, being promoted is seen as a business, and unless you make that one winning post that goes viral, many talented creators go unseen. I know most of my favorite avatar creators were found through the marketplace, and I wouldn't have thought for a second to search up anything they made. It's one of those I didn't know what I wanted until I saw it kind of moments. For many others, it is the same thing. Quite a few of my friends who join me on the virtual shopping spree end up purchasing on average one thing from the events, and that's more than they would have without. Even when you plan on buying nothing, each world is just enjoyable to explore by itself, and plus everyone enjoys a bit of window shopping to some extent. Even better, and the true reason I think this works so well, is for the standard market, most avatar creators let you try on a heavily watermarked version of the avatar. One of my biggest frustrations when wanting to buy an avatar pre-made is that if they'll fit me. It sounds weird, but sometimes just like with clothing, something looks much nicer posed up and with fancy photos over what it looks like active. You have to consider weight painting, Z-fighting on your mesh, the visemes, the avatar's expressions, and what animations it has. I'm all for supporting creators, but we cannot forget that our own hard-earned money is what we're giving in exchange. Many models don't allow refunds, so it will just be frustrating when you purchase something and it turns out it wasn't what you thought, especially if you can only afford one. I've had a few instances of this, and even when trying to contact the creator, I never got a response to fix the problem. It just gets really annoying. Even while at Music 4, I noticed a lot of the artists I found which I love the music didn't really have a space to showcase said music. I hate to admit it, but by the end of the trip later that night, I was saving notes of all the artists I like, but for some of them, when I tried to look them up later to remember what exact music they had, there wasn't any way to listen to it, unless I returned to their booth in the marketplace. Not all artists do this, but it was something that I did find a little odd. But the particularly picky aren't the only ones benefiting from this, far be it that. The vendors themselves, as I mentioned before, are getting fair and even exposure to their best goods, and are able to showcase those goods in their way, not some copy-paste asset placement. I signed up with a friend for one of the events at a vendor last Christmas, and at the back end of setting it all up, it was relatively fair. While neither of us had any content under our belt to sell yet, we worked together to make something that we thought would look nice. My friend Thalpy made a model, and I helped with weight painting, and also build our stage to showcase what we made. The process was easy, and the creators of VCat weren't breathing down your neck for every little thing. There were, however, very strict boundaries on your venue, how big it could be, what was allowed within the venue, etc. The downside with being more open and trusting that the community doesn't need micromanaging is that there's been a few cases where stalls for things like selling NFTs sneak by. Of course, the moment it was made public, Hiki was very quick on retaliating and removing the offending booth, since it does go against their TOS. It doesn't matter how good or bad your work is. If you want to promote it for others to see, you are able to, as long as you get chosen and pay the vendor fee. When I signed myself and my friend up, it was roughly $35 or so, which is extremely affordable. Selling something or not, it was a goal to be part of the virtual market at least once, and I'm happy to hit that landmark. So yeah, I'll probably be supporting VCat for a hot minute unless something happens, because I'm a huge stickler for letting small talented creators get the recognition they deserve. And when you go to the markets, I always love seeing photos of the experience. If you join my server, there's a spot to place VR chat related photos, and I think it's just a great way to pass the time, especially with a group of people. If you've been a fan of the marketplace, what was your favorite experience? Down in the description below, I placed links to the music artists I found and enjoyed, but I would love to hear if you went to the VCat Music 4 and who stood out to you the most. Also, let me know if you're planning on watching any of the events coming up this weekend. They'll be streamed live on Twitch, and I'll leave another link below for Virtual Market's Twitter account so you can keep updated about what's happening and the updates for future events. The next time y'all will see me talking about the market, it'll be for Summer Market. Make sure to drink your water, eat your broccoli, and have a fantastic time. Be good, y'all, and see you in the next video. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P,
Okay.
Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now you know your ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? Come on, everybody! A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J.